Okay, the other day someone said sometimes some people go to club, buy like 3 Azu, they drink one and later return the remaining
Now
two.
normal
Is
club
it?
business. Now no need to come and
That's
talk.
just
Oh, okay, so
It's
it's the
their
club that
business
rolling.
because you see,
it's promo.
normally, I buy one, you bring 5. Now the one when I buy, now I go pay for. The one I drink, now I pay for. So now you move go when they invite come the table, you see say they buy 5 Azu. You see say now only one they open the turn. Because say that one they don't turn and nearly finish, you just go open the second one. Now you go pay that one.
Yo, welcome back to the channel. This is Icy Cheesy Podcast. Today we'll be talking about alcohol, wines. I mean, let's give you some information about wines that you know nothing about. Now, the first question I'm going to be throwing to them, these gents, they have deep knowledge about these things we want to talk about today. So, let's ask you, what's the difference between these Hennessy? There's V.S.O.P, there's V.S.O. The night I was with you, we were talking about V.S.O, and I was confused, like, what is V.S.O? I think I've never heard of V.S.O before. I only know of V.S.O.P and the likes. You guys, you've anchored a lot of clubs.
Yeah.
You've promoted a lot of clubs, Cape Town, Joburg, Nigeria. Please enlighten us about Hennessy, the brands of Hennessy, the lines of Hennessy.
Okay.
What is the difference between them? I want to start with Soft General.
Yeah.
I see the way Soft General pose like, I
Pose, man.
want to teach all this boy lesson today. Oh yeah, teach us lesson.
Okay. You know, you just like you're very broad, not really on one. Is this just a drink or about entertainment or about
Okay. I want us to hit on Hennessy for now. Let's talk about Hennessy.
Okay.
There are different type of Hennessy I don't know about.
Oh, okay.
So give us some break.
Yeah, you have VS,
Yeah.
which is the
Lowest range, yeah.
first range
Grade,
of
like-
for
For the
Hennessy.
brand Hennessy.
Then you have V.S.O.P, which is like in the middle range.
Yeah.
Then you have EXO.
Mm-hmm.
EXO is a top notch. So of course they have different prices. Yeah.
Top notch. I never heard of EXO before. Yeah. Okay. Now, why are they different? What makes them different? I think.
Okay.
I think.
Okay, let him.
Yeah,
Nero
let
should fit-
me
should
give
say
you
that,
for VS, a VS must have the minimum of 2 years.
When you say 2 years, 2 years what?
2 years, like being stored for 2 years.
In the barrel.
Yeah, in the barrel.
Okay.
For it to be a cognac, a VS cognac.
Okay. See now.
Before it can be brewed, you mean?
Yeah.
Before it can be brewed.
That is the process. That is the last process. Storage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what? See.
Storage is the final.
We
is the
are
final
novice.
process.
Most of us watching this video now are novice. What is cognac? Now you make me ask another question. Now, what is cognac?
Cognac. Well, something I can give you about.
Yeah, it's a brandy. It's a brandy. You know, they have different types of brandy. So a cognac is a very refined brandy. Very good to drink. I don't know. You have never drank Hennessy before.
Oh, Mama said good to drink.
Yeah.
It's smooth.
Yes.
So when you say it's smooth, it's not that. Is it that it's not harsh in the throat? It
Yes.
doesn't burn your throat.
These are some
it
of the-
doesn't mess up your liver.
Yes. No, it's definitely alcohol does mess up your liver. That is why it has to be regulated.
So why will I drink? Why will I say I go to the club? I'll buy Hennessy. I won't buy Gordon's.
You can buy it, but it is advisable that you drink
The finest-
minimal, like finest and
the
minimal.
finest of brandies or any
You don't have to
alcoholic
abuse it.
beverages you want to drink, but drink moderately.
Moderate.
You know.
I think Nigerians like fine things. When they say finest,
Mm.
that is the finest.
It's-
So
Yeah.
now, what is different between SO?
Okay. EXO now it must be a minimum of 10 years.
So these guys will produce this wine and keep it in,
No,
in the storage.
That is not wine.
Sorry, this
Wine is different, yeah.
Brandy.
This drink
whiskey,
and keep
yeah.
it in the storage.
Mhm.
Cognac, right?
Yeah.
They keep it in the storage for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
People get
Imagine how much they lose.
That's
No, they don't.
my concern.
They
don't lose.
Okay, that's okay. I think
They don't lose.
they're not losing because
No.
once it's been stored, once they push it out, the price is more expensive.
Yes.
So they make the money from that 10 years.
Yes, so
That is, you lose to gain. As a
yes,
businessman.
yes. Remember, it's about the product. It's about what you're selling. The quality of what you're selling. That is why people get attached to the brand.
Okay, what about other? You said after you said VS, there's one other one you called the last one.
The last one is XO
So SO is
VX, V.S.O.P,
and
and
XO.
XO.
what is special about SO?
XO was the one we talked about that
10
was stored
years.
for 10 years.
Yes,
Then
10
I
years.
think V.S.O.P should be stored
Yeah,
for
you see, over the years time, there is this you see this ash taste that you get. Like, you know, when you cook something new, or when you just do something, like when you pass through like a chemical, you understand?
Process.
It has that nature of hot, like
Harshness.
kind of harsh. Yes. Over time, it does die down.
like a burning sensation.
Yes, that burning sensation now, it now become refined over the years.
So now that is what is it that because when I see some movies, I see some this
So
rich folks.
it's the
they
ability
take
for
very
that.
little.
Yeah.
Is it because it's no more harsh to that throat? They can drink without mixing. Unlike people you see in the club, they're mixing this stuff.
That is the problem with people, especially our people, blacks. I'm sorry to say, we abuse alcohol drinking.
Very true.
How can you
It's
be
maddening.
missing a cognac that is fine, distilled,
You know, there's
distantly?
sorry to cut you short. Somebody told me one time that one white man saw some guys mixing Henny and Coca-Cola or energy drink, and it was like, these guys are insulting.
Yes, they're
In the
insulting.
drink.
Yes, they're insulting the Hennessy. Hennessy is meant to be drunk, alone, not with any mixers or something. The highest thing you can do is to put ice. So yes, it is to put ice. But you
So
see,
it brings down the content of the
because you
alcohol.
cannot
in
get
it.
the taste. How do you get the taste? How do you really, feel it? How do you perceive
There's
it?
a mixture there when you mix
How
it.
do you
with
smell
dash.
it?
I used to
The
think
rich
people drinking it
flavor.
raw is like they're crazy.
You
I
know,
used to
that's
think
the right
I
way.
like drinking it raw. People keep telling me
It's
like,
good
what
to
is wrong
drink
with
even
it
the
you?
last
raw.
time, even the last time, yeah, I was telling you, how can
about
you
your
be drinking
podcast,
this
I drank it
raw?
raw. I was like, why would I be mixing that?
Because you see, there is sense in you drinking little and drinking it raw because you won't drink much. You will get intoxicated quick, so you won't drink much. So
You don't
regulate-
abuse it.
You won't abuse it. You will drink moderately. But you see people that miss it. They don't know they are taking a lot until they stand up.
I go and not.
You see, the legs are numb. So it's really an
So now-
abuse to
now,
Hennessy, and Hennessy need to do something about this for real.
I think they need to do it.
They need to
They
do
do
something.
promotion.
Hennessy, if you're
They need
listening,
to-
you need to do something.
Yes,
they need to make it clear to people that you are abusing their drink. They are abusing the years of refining this alcohol for people to drink, and you now mess it up with them.
Yeah.
But if we want to be realistic, NEC does this show this promotion with clubs whereby they say if you buy a bottle of NEC, you get 4 Red Bulls and all that. So you see, these things are kind of
To me, they might be doing those promo because they see as a marketing strategy because they see
Yeah.
where the consumers really want,
Mhm.
But and they're not doing a lot to educate the consumers. So the consumers are even educating
They're
them.
not influencing the brand.
Imagine.
Because let me tell you, one of the danger
Pathetic.
about mixing some of these brands is because they have their own high blood pressure kind of something like effect on that.
So-
You understand? So it's like you mixing two things that actually
Alcohol already boost
high
your
blood
high
pressure.
blood pressure.
Now,
Alcohol.
and
Then now you mix it with
Energy
maybe
drink.
energy drink that
Yeah.
is filled with
I don't even
with
like
with
energy
caffeine.
And caffeine.
You know, that was the
Caffeine
second
also
question.
boosts-
That was the second question I was supposed to ask you guys
Yeah.
about mixing Hennessy
Yeah.
or
That's the
this
danger
alcohol,
there.
this gin with
Red Bull.
energy drink.
There's a danger there.
What is actually the wrong? What's wrong in mixing this thing? Go a little bit deeper and tell us what's the right mixture for. Okay, you want to mix, you don't want to take it raw. What is the right drink or right mixer for each of these drinks?
Ice or water.
Ice or water.
Because you see, most, but you can take tonic too. Tonic. Tonic is a little bit mine compared to caffeine that is much in energy drinks. And caffeine also boosts your
Mm.
your high blood
Yeah.
pressure. So imagine you drinking caffeine and drinking alcohol, two major components of endangering your health. and you already know that the alcohol also does more harm than good by affecting other organs in your body, like your liver. So
Mm-hmm.
you now see that you have to, you see the white, they take a dash at a
Yeah.
time, a dash, a dash. They don't just storm. We
They can
turn.
literally spend hours sitting down
We
drinking alcohol.
turn as if, amen.
Okay, now let's okay. This is a little bit, not a little bit. This is enlightening. Now I want to let's move this a little bit
All right.
up. I want to ask this question now to Nerofit
Okay.
and later bring it back to soft general.
Okay.
You said something. There was a time we sitting together. You said something about collectors. Do we have collectors of wine among blacks?
Well, we actually do. We do because some of us are already exposed to that, the excess of some of these things that whites are doing and the importance. Or you understand? Because collecting is something like, let's say I have um uh, uh um series A, series B, series C of maybe an NBA All Stars shoe. You understand? Now, if you have that in three, that's a collection.
So now, soft. I'll come back. I want to ask you now, like Nerofita said about collections of wine and all those things. Now, why when you collect wine, collect alcohols as a collector of alcohols, how does it benefit you?
Let me tell you
Because you
why you
drink
do
it,
it.
it's gonna go, it's gonna finish. So you're gonna keep the bottles in your house like trophies.
Let me
or-
tell you why most people like the whites. I will come from their angle. Why they do this is, you see, for example, I started school. I did my matric 2000 and let's say 1991, right? And then I bought the wine. And from, let's say I bought 6 wine. And from the 6 wine, we drank 5, right? And then we left with 1. Now that 1, you keep it as a collection for a special day, which is, for example, your graduation day. So if your graduation day is like 6 years time from that point, you open it on that day. So people keep wine for basically that purpose. You understand? So that they can use it to remember to say, I had this wine 10 years ago, and today I'm having it because you're a special person to me. If somebody gives you a wine that he has kept for 10 years, you will know that that person values you.
Okay, now soft. If I apart from Hennessy that we spoke about, now if I keep wine for 10 years, 20 years, let's say 50 years, I don't even know, and I open it and drink it, what's special about drinking? What's special about the taste?
I even wanted to ask if it
Okay.
doesn't get expired.
Yeah.
For that expiration, he told me it doesn't expire.
Yeah, it
So that's
does.
what I don't wanna ask.
Some does expire.
So how do you know the one that's not expiring? Something that,
Okay.
let me ask something first. How does it? What's the taste like? What's the benefit? How do you feel when you drink a wine that has spent 10 years, 20 years, that have been kept for years?
Something about alcohol is that the more it gets older, the more it ferments and the more it refines itself. Financially, it is very beneficial because it's much more expensive. And two, the older the wine, the sweeter the taste because it's much more refined. It distills itself, as in it ferments daily as the day breaks, is becoming much more refined. You understand? Compared to when it was first, you know,
Produced.
Yes,
When it was
produced.
first
yes,
produced.
yes. So, and the taste, you enjoy it more because you feel it, you know. So some people, they are called wine testers. You need to maybe visit a wine farm to really get these questions, you know,
Right.
because they will tell you the history of wine. They'll tell you different kind of wine, how they plant it. They'll show you the planting. They'll show you the processes of how they manufacture it, and they will tell you the benefits and the disadvantages, and so, and how to really taste wine to know which wine is really good. And because there are different types of wine, you have Merlot, you have Shiraz, you have uh what do you call this other one? Cabernet. We have so many wines. So is and they are different because wine originally is good for the for the art. So they say, medically it's good for the art, but not too much.
If I keep a wine, I bought. Let's say for example, I buy this red wine for 200 rand, or let's say 150 rand or 100 rand, and I give it 10 years. How much can I sell it in the next 10 years?
No, you don't just keep any wine. You first of all need to know if that wine is storable.
So how do you? Wow. Okay. This is enlightening.
Don't worry,
How
I
do you
think
know?
we will go to a wine farm so that you
see,
get that knowledge, so that it will be
they are
much easier.
they are they
We
are they are
just do a
out there.
little
They are out
podcast
there. You
there.
I
can
think we should do that.
can know some
think
of them.
so.
Yeah,
Do you know any?
you
Yeah,
enjoy.
there are
There's
lots.
a
There are
lot of
lots
them.
here.
Cape Town is a brew. Those
Wine.
high level of wine producers are in
Different
Cape
kind of
Town.
wine and
There's a
different
lot of wine
farms.
farm in Stellenbosch and the rest.
You even have here in Durban
Yeah,
Bay.
I know.
Yeah.
I know some partner. Okay, maybe you guys might be wondering why am I not talking, man? I mean, I don't drink. I don't know more about drinking, about alcohol. I don't know more.
Okay, but you have a question.
Yes,
You have a question.
Yes,
Ask the question.
let me ask this question. I remember I was on Instagram the other day and I saw a post from Tiwa Savage where she said, I think she said, please, clubs, you guys should stop selling fake anything. So now let's relate it back to that question. How do people produce fake anything and they still sell it the same price? Now you that drink anything, does it mean you don't know the taste? That when you taste the fake one, you still don't know that it's fake?
That is a very good question. Like
Okay.
you that you say you
Okay.
pop and you say every week, every Friday,
Okay,
and they
let
say
me
you the
jump
fake
in.
one, you don't know the fake and
It's
original.
weird.
Okay. See, you see that's your question. Number one, you are saying why people will produce the same brand and sell it the same price and they know theirs is fake. What is the reason? We all know it's money because of greed. That is why you are endangering the lives of people because fake alcohol destroys your liver, your kidneys, destroy all your internal organs quickly. You understand? So for them to do that, they are inhuman and wicked to the human race. So I will down on that first. Then two, you're saying about people that drink Hennessy on a regular basis, but they fail to still notice the difference between a fake and a real
Yes,
one.
yes,
You see,
yes.
number one, if I think when you eradicate that process of you missing your Hennessy, you have not even tested your Hennessy. You are missing.
So
As they
how
just
can you
open,
know the
as they
original
just
and the
open,
fake?
you just turn.
That is a
Oh,
good answer.
Like now, you go to a club, you go to the club, like the club now, the ushers, the waitresses, they are serving you. Now they come, can I open? You say yes. Can I turn? Yes. They are turning. They don't even turn a little first, so that they give to you. You perceive. Normally, for you to taste your wine or your brandy or your something you want to drink, you have to smell a little to know. It goes into your aroma. Like where we are from the Niger Delta, where we produce ogogoro, local gin. Local gin have fake, and it has real one. The fake is like the one that is not properly distilled.
Yes, not
It
properly
was like the
distilled.
process was not completed.
Yes.
It was rush because they just want to make
It wasn't.
money.
It didn't ferment properly.
Yeah, it didn't ferment properly, and you can see and why.
It's dangerous.
Then
to
the
health.
other type of fake is when they get the real one, they go there, mix it with other stuff to make it the quantity to be larger.
Okay.
Then it's hard
now
for you to tell.
because you see
Oh.
in Warri where I grew up, the ogogoro they cook there, when they open a bottle of ogogoro or they just remove the top, the aroma from that place you're sitting, it will blow you. When you perceive it, when you taste it, it's sweet. Till you get drunk. You will know. You see.
It can lure you into. I
But
think I know what they're talking
but
about.
the same one I drank in Warri, but when I went to Benin, in Benin, they have mixed it a lot with so many things. Liquid, I don't know. When I tasted it in Benin, I stopped even taking a sip. When you perceive it, you see as if it's smelling
yes.
like.
Is it healthy though? Is it healthy?
No, it's dangerous.
See, okay, now, I want to ask a question. There's
The real one is not healthy.
in
Talk
my mom's
about the
house
fake
in
one.
Benin, in my mom's house in Benin, there's my neighbor, an old woman. The old woman, now, do you want to do juju? Anyway, So now the thing is, the woman we sat down one day, we spoke. Now the woman she enlightened me to the point I was confused, and ever since then I've not forgotten. She said one thing. I want to clarify it from both of you, because now you've brought up back now to the roots where ogogoro is the genesis of the real gin.
For us, yeah.
So now I remember very well. This woman brings a gin in gallon, like she said directly from the source, and she tells you this one is even not the real, like the original one. That the original one, if you put it on paper and you light fire, it will catch fire.
Yes.
If you light a match,
Yes.
it will pick fire.
It's eternal.
And that is what we drink. Human people
Jesus.
drink.
Look,
That is what people drink and leave it in their
Okay,
stomach.
Ogogoro and Gordon's or London dry gin. What's the difference?
London is well refined. Went through a like you
Proper
see
distillation
a-
process.
yes, proper distillation process, and also it has the specifics for that country, or the manufacturers. They are up to date.
As
you
in,
know,
as in it goes through quality checks.
through quality checks and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You
So
understand?
what are they checking in this thing? Because I feel
Yeah,
I feel
they
like
check
the
all the
gin and
level.
the same thing.
No, they check all the level of everything. How like the effect it will be on the consumers, because some are like it's just like like drugs.
Okay, let me come in.
Yeah,
Let
you
me come
can.
in. See, you see, like you are saying, how quality checks. Number one, Ogogoro, you don't know the percentage of the volume. They just produce. It's not bottled. It's turned in gallons that are recycled. So now, how do you know the volume of alcohol you're consuming? That is the local production. But when it gets to the more refined production, people like in London Dry Gin, Hennessy, any top brand, those went through proper checking. They will know each bottle, how many volume of alcohol each bottle carries, so that you can be well
Caution of what
informed
you're
before you
drinking.
buying it. You understand? And there's also like to check if it is really proper for human consumption. So all those are checks.
Okay, now let's not go back to the root again.
Okay.
Now, when you mix gin and you put in Nigeria we call it paraga. Now we only drink paraga now. You know,
Yeah.
they now say that
Okay.
paraga with roots and all those things
Yeah.
is healthy.
It
is
is.
this and that to help to flush or
It
whatever,
is.
whatever. How true is that? You mix it now, herbs. Now we're talking about herbs and gin, which is not that healthy.
Okay, let me help
So
you.
how does it work?
Let me help you. Do you know alcohol is a preservative?
Wow. Okay.
Alcohol.
I'm knowing
For
now.
most of the product that they consume, they have a little percentage of that to preserve it, because they are perishable. You understand? So now, what alcohol can draw out of from that herbs, which is what you need to for your body, because these herbs are actually they do miraculous things. Herbs, leaves. It's just for you to know them.
So the
We have
gin
people
help you
extract
it.
those nutrients that you need.
Now, I want to ask you, both of you, the same time, both of you should answer. So I don't want cheating. Herbs brewed with water and herbs brewed with alcohol. Which one will you choose?
Okay. The two, it depends on one. See, like now, somebody doesn't drink, doesn't take alcohol. It will go for the option of water and herbs.
Okay, now
but the traditional herbalists will always tell you that it is much better with the alcohol, because the alcohol
you
works
understand?
faster and extract it.
Yes.
That is why you see when you put alcohol and herbs in a bottle and water and herbs, you see the alcohol first. Yes, get the bottle of the alcohol first.
The color comes
changes
immediately.
first before that one.
I agree with you.
You see, so now if you check it now, you see, and the alcohol now, it's not that they are telling you to drink, because alcohol is good. Not that alcohol is bad in all entirety. So now, the alcohol, they're telling you take a dash, maybe in the morning or once a day or twice a day. So now that dash won't get you tipsy. That dash is only doing its work there. But when alcohol comes into your stomach, it shuns your stomach as in it's kind of a sensation.
It works with the
As in
veins,
ginger
like
at
the
it.
veins, yeah.
It wakes up the intestines to be
Yes.
sleeping intestines, sleeping
It keeps them bubbles.
organs.
Wake
Yes.
them up.
They
yes.
now wake up
Yeah.
and they now accept you understand.
Your
So
new condition.
yeah. So I don't think alcohol is bad in all.
No, it's not
entirety.
bad in all.
Yeah.
But does alcohol
Okay.
just go so but
But-
does alcohol makes you to forget everything about you or something around you to do something that you don't know about?
When you take much of alcohol past
Of
your
course.
gauge,
Of
you
course.
see, even you can see when you're driving, you can see a traffic and pull you over and say, hey, you look drunk.
Of course. Can
You
get
might
killed.
drink a bottle because there's limit where you can drink to that is within the law. So now, if you drink more than that, they know that and drinking will impair your driving
Your performance.
ability.
Yeah.
So why not just drink within the limit? So when you were told to blow into, they'll see that yes, it's within the limit. That's quality control. Yeah, but once it's above, they'll charge you.
Okay, let me ask my question back again. Will you now could refuse answer my question? I was still going to go back to subject. Will you drink herbs from made with gin or herbs made from water?
Well, I'll drink with herbs made from gin
Was it-
anytime, any day, because
Why
I
would you
know
drink-
because I know the effect. Water, okay, let me tell you, see these medical practitioners, okay?
Mhm.
There are certain herbs that actually water does more better than alcohol. There are certain herbs that the differences is not that, you understand, visible. So the traditionalist will tell you from this state that you are right now, whatever you are going through, whatever you need these herbs for, it is better you take it this way so that by the time you can see the changes, because herbs, it works almost simultaneously. You understand?
All right. My last question. My last question right now. I'm thinking I'm out of questions. I think, and I've gotten enough information I need now. So my last question here is this: if among Nigerians, especially, I'm saying Nigerians because Nigerians love Hennessy.
Okay.
What is an alternative for Hennessy for Nigerians or anyone that love Hennessy that you could feel like if you don't find Hennessy, you can go for this one. You still have the same feel, the same everything.
I think where you are going now, it will affect our business because as an influencer, I cannot tell you a brand has not paid me a dime. I should now be giving references. That is business.
There's a bridge.
Business 101. Don't do
business
that.
minded.
Yes.
Business minded.
There's a
We
bridge
don't do
there.
that.
Ah,
Yeah.
guys, we are watching this podcast. Is it these two men?
Maybe I should ask this
Businessmen.
question. Maybe I should ask this question. Is it safe to drink energy drink often? Is energy drink safe?
Energy drink.
Yeah.
In the first place, what do you need energy drink for? If you want caffeine, you know you can drink your coffee. You understand? The caffeine in energy drink is more than coffee or any other one. I think so because the caffeine those energy drinks want to keep you on your feet. But it's doing harm to you because from what I know, I've read an argument on
Health wise.
it has a lot of caffeine and caffeine is not good.
So they repeat, will you drink energy drink?
Well, I do drink energy drink, but after having the knowledge of what it does, I'm trying to cut it.
So in the club, I go to the club or anybody now. Let's say somebody else finished watching this podcast or they've started seeing you and they notice you and they've watched this podcast, they got all the information they need to know, and they're happy about it and they catch you in the club. Will anybody ever catch you in the club mixing Hennessy with any energy drink, any mixer, or with water and ice only?
Well, they might because, like I said, I've been a fan of energy drink and like Red Bull and Hennessy or Red Bull and water stuff. But after the knowledge, um, I know the danger of caffeine.
So, sub general,
I'm running away.
Will anybody ever catch you in the club drinking, mixing Hennessy with anything except ice or water?
If they catch me in a content and it go make me trendy more.
Thank you.
Okay.
Because-
Just as you're rounding up, let me ask this question. So, based on the V.S.O.P, boy, you guys know what I'm talking about.
V.S.O.P, and
Uh-huh.
ice.
So, a drink now that is there for 10 years, how should you drink it? Should you buga to drink it, or will you calm down, or how should you?
That is the easiest way because look at it. We told you here now that don't abuse the drink.
Okay.
So why do you want to rush it? Even though it's 1 year old, don't abuse it. Drink it little. So now, if it's 10 years old, you can take a glass, you keep. It's still going. It's still an history. Because this is a man. You see this, I just took 1 glass after 10 years, and now you can see how many glasses is still there. It's still counting.
I feel he's
Yeah,
talking
I have
about.
another question.
I feel he's talking about in the club now. If you order that XO for 10 years now, for example,
Okay, you order it
How
for 10
you-
years.
Yes.
how you like? No, for example, XO takes 10 years
Yeah.
to so now you order that drink now. Like, how are you going to behave when you order it? I think that's what.
Yes, because some people, even when they
Yeah,
buy
they-
Azu,
Oh,
they'll be like,
no, that is easy now. You have said it all. You see, when you buy those expensive drinks, the club literally stops doing anything they are doing at that moment. The DJ stops and you will hear the MC or the hype man hyping you. Now they have something like a signboard that they carry that with you like
Baller.
a board with your name on it. You see, now everybody knows that this guy is buying a 10-year-old.
You're actually close to my equation.
He's buying 10-year-old. You understand? People are already looking at you with envy because they know how expensive it is. Now so now you've already written your name in gold that you are a baller certified. By the time they drop it, you'll see the way they drink it with class, style, patience. You don't rush it.
Okay, the other day, someone said sometimes some people go to club, buy like 3 Azu, they drink one, and later return the remaining
Now
2.
normal
Is
club
it-
business. Now no need to come
That's
and
just.
talk.
Oh, okay, so it's the
their
club that
business
rolling.
because you see
It's promo.
normally I buy one, you bring 5. Now the one when I buy, now I go pay for. The one I drink, now I pay for. So now you move good when they invite come the table. You see say they buy 5 Azu. You see say now only one they open the turn. Because say that one they don't turn and nearly finish, you just go open the second one. Now you go pay that one.
You don't second
Because
piece.
after everything finish, they will return. They will tell the waitress, this one we bring beef for this one, return those ones. So you that drink that one now, you are
Simple.
How much is one Azu?
Eh?
How much is one Azu?
I think it should be some people's 1 year salary.
Okay, but I think I've heard before. People do those things that they bring in so many drinks to your table because they want to put pressure on the rest people to buy.
Yes, it's a business strategy, but let me just tell you, let's leave their strategy for them. Before this club start saying,
Yeah.
hey, why you they call talk my man?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna host you again. And that's why I go call host you now. You will call talk with you, we do
Something
for
like
come
that.
now. Make we cocoa just
Everywhere don't
you
solve.
understand? So we need to be mindful of people's business because
Everywhere don't solve.
see, I not go spoil person, you know. Make them
I
not
will
spoil
tell you.
May
mine.
they not spoil your
You
own.
see
Simple
how
as
it
if
be.
it's-
May they not spoil your own.
But the most important thing, do it right, do what is really attainable, and even though you are cutting corners, but not what will endanger somebody.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I think for now, I think this is the end of this podcast because these guys have dished out a lot of information that you would want to hear. Oh, before we round up, I think I did it with you on the last episode. Who is your favorite artist?
You see, say me, I'll be Rasta man. So Bob Marley and Lucky Dube, you know, but Bob Marley's
Bob Marley. Okay, so can you please sing one of Bob Marley's song for me? Just one.
Woo. Okay, are you guys ready? Rastafari, ever faithful, ever living, you know.
Let's go.
Old pirates, yes, they ravine.
Bam, bam,
So dear to the mountain shape.
bam.
Many times they look high. From the bottom they say. But my head was made strong by the head of the Almighty, which power in this generation. Triumphantly, won't you help to sing?
Oh, stop
These
Jemara.
songs of freedom. It's all I
After this
ever
podcast, then repeat
redemption signs.
Don't say.
Songs of freedom.
Yeah.
Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery.
Hallelujah.
Now that our sense carefree
Carefree
our
our
mind.
mind.
Have no fear for wet and make energy. Cause none of them can stop at the time. How long shall they kill our prophets? While we stand beside them.
Hallelujah.
Some say it's just a part of it. You gotta fulfill the pool.